One comeback that could be legit as a South Louisiana native. One of the most intimidating running backs in the history of the
all
game.
Time, dude. First team off the bus. Are you kidding me?
This cat was the most intimidating guy running downhill that I think both the SEC and the NFL. Just ask LaRon Landry. I mean, LaRon Landry made a reputation at LSU for maybe the hardest hitting safety in program history.
Ever.
And when he left, he had this rep of just this dude you didn't want to mess with. I mean, it kind of looked a little crazy, had this wild look in his eye. I mean, he was all yoked up. And then a Monday night game in the Meadowlands when Brandon Jacobs just humbled LaRon Landry. I mean, Brandon Jacobs was running straight downhill. LaRon Landry tries to run up on him and hit him high. And next thing you know, Landry's heels are over his ears. I don't think that's ever happened to him in his life.
Dude, kudos to Landry for trying.
Yes.
Oh, beating that man in the hole is not
Brandon
worth it.
Jacobs played 109 games for the New York Giants. He set the franchise record for 64 touchdowns on the ground. He also played in 11 postseason games where he scored 5 touchdowns. Cat had a great career, man. I mean, a stellar career that is still talked about in New York. He runs one of the dominant youth league football programs in Atlanta. His son is a 10-year-old highlight film on Instagram. It is, his highlights are incredible. If he was in South Louisiana, he would definitely be on Culotta's team. I mean, he is a number one recruit. We welcome Brandon Jacobs into the conversation. He's in the news because Tebow's there, and he tweeted out, hell, if Tebow's going to try and make a comeback, I'm going to try to do it at defensive end. Jacobs is still in tip-top shape. He turns 39 in July and going to try and make this thing on a comeback tour as a defensive end, and he's joined us here on this Friday morning. Brandon, good morning. Thank you, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It was good to see you at the Traction Flag football fields with our mutual friend Daryl Owens back in the fall. I know that South Louisiana is your home, but you live out in Atlanta. How much do you make it back home these days?
I try to make it back to Louisiana, a couple of times, like every other month or so. My life right now is real busy, with football and training my kids and training myself. But, I try to make it back, once every other month or so.
How many times have you thought of, since you stepped away from the game, I think it's been 6 years since you've been in, how many times have you thought about making a comeback?
Once.
Is this it?
I thought about it one time.
Okay.
That was yesterday morning.
Give me on Twitter.
Was it just this buzz around Tebow of seeing that it's legitimate, like you can do it, or did you see that, man, I can really make an impact on a team somewhere?
Well, me and my kids and I was working out yesterday morning, and we were just talking. We was in rest time throughout our workout. So we was in rest time, and, we started talking about, Tim Tebow coming back to play. And, I have an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. They both have great understanding of what's going on in the, sports world. So we were just sitting there talking, and I was like, man, what if I tried to make a comeback? I wonder if I can make a comeback at a different position, And they was like, really? I'm like, yeah, like, what do you think? I said, I think I can go play defensive end. She's like, oh, Daddy, that would be so cool. I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a comeback, go play defensive end, and I think I can do it. If I get a fair opportunity, or at least get an invite to training camp to show I can play the position, what do you guys think? They was like, let's do it. Like, let's do it, Daddy. Like, let's do it. Like, you can do it. Like, you can do anything.
Oh, yeah.
So, they motivated me. Like, they really motivated me and really encouraged me to I know people might say, well, they're 14 and 11. They don't really have good sense. But my kids are smart kids. They're smart men. And I look to them for stuff. And they, they still encouraging me today. I coach, over 100 kids. They all encourage me. Some of them are worried now, like, Coach, you sure you want to do that? Like, Coach, you sure? But, I have those kids as well, and I got those kids, too, that were like, man, Coach, man, you can do it, man. Like, all the stuff you taught us and all of, the way our attitude, and our mentality is on the sport came from you. These kids have been coaching since they were 7. They're 14 years old now. So, they got a lot of me in their system, so they know what's up. So, and really though, I honestly believe I can go and I can get it done. I honestly, I can come off the edge and rush any quarterback, and I can have a 50% chance against any right all left tackle throughout the NFL. I believe I got it. I got ability, and the battle is won on the man's heart and what do you really want to do. So I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Do your kids remember you playing? Did you ever drive to the Meadowlands with your kids in the passenger seat and allow them to watch you play? And do they know how good you are in person, or do they have to go back and watch it on YouTube?
My kids have to go back and watch me on YouTube, but they were really young. My oldest kid was 8 years old when I was done playing. So, I take that back. No, he was 7 when I was done playing. So he don't really remember much. He just remembers Super Bowl party when he was real hungry and aggravated and tired at 12 o'clock at night when the kids should have been sleeping. Right. And my youngest son don't know anything. He's a YouTube fanatic, so he finds everything on YouTube and find highlights and bring it to me or send me stuff every time like that. You like you did this, or you ran over him, or you ran over him. Like, wow, like stuff like that. So they don't really remember me playing when I played, So it'll be good, to get opportunities just to go show people I can still do it. I can still move. I probably can run a 40 better than any defensive end out there right now.
No doubt. Do they have any idea of how bad of a dude LaRon Landry was on that Monday night when you put him into the turf?
Well, I don't know if they know much about LaRon, man, but that whole highlight still float around. I think it's probably going to float around throughout it's going to float around a while. I think it's going to be one of those, and it's just still showing Earl Campbell running over people. So I'm pretty sure that's going to float around. But man, I always think about that. And for me, I don't think that was one of my biggest. That was an open field truck out, absolutely. But I don't think that was one of my biggest, one of my best, because he was a DB, and I saw that as it was just a DB. But when I got Brian Urlacher, I think I cherished that one a little bit more because he was my size. He played linebacker, and he was a big, tough, physical linebacker that prided himself off his physicality, and I ran through him, and that made me feel better.
I still see Urlacher's eyes getting up, and he was thinking to himself, what the hell just happened? That's never happened to me in my life. I mean, Brandon Jacobs, who was a standout at Assumption, in Napoleonville, went on to Auburn, played at Southern Illinois, was a first-round pick of the Giants, a Super Bowl winner, and now who runs I follow your youth football program on social media, and you guys do a great job of promoting the program. But what jumps out, Brandon, is how much you love it, bro. I mean, it looks like you are in your element out there. How much have you found peace in life after football, even attempting this comeback of mentoring, coaching, and developing the youth football leagues like you have been in the greater Atlanta area for the past couple of years?
Man, I found a whole lot of peace in it, man. And, people always say, the parents this, the parents that, parents this, parents that. I don't have an issue with parents, man. I just really don't. I mean, I found a whole bunch of peace in going out, being around the game, learning, and teaching kids about the game and using football as life lessons for a lot of these kids who also going to need it. But they all won't be successful enough to go to the NFL. They're going to have some other kind of will to be successful in some other areas. So we using football to have to give them a never quit mentality when it gets hard. And it goes to everything. I found a whole lot of peace in it, man. I coached over 100 kids. So, I got kids right now that I've coached that's getting ready to go into college, in all-star games and stuff like that, like some of the top players in the country. And there's a lot of peace with it, man. I really love it. I mean, I'm out there in the paint with them. It's not that, I put my name on a program and post pictures and post videos on my social media so people can think this or think that. No, like I am in the paint with them. I am out there sweating, showing them drills. I'm out there with them, showing them how to do this, and I'm out there daily, and that's never going to change. If I get an opportunity to get back out and show I can, do this and play this defensive position, I'm every chance I get, I'm gonna fly back here to Atlanta from wherever I'll be, and I'm gonna attend games. I'm gonna be with them. I'm still gonna be in the paint with them.
You can see it in their you can see it in their reaction how much a male figure being in their life as prominent as you are and shooting them directly, how much it means to them, and just the social media that you put out. I can't imagine the impact that you're having every single day in their lives, like the presence that you have. What is the regimen now? You make your mind up that you want to come back as a defensive end. You're in tip-top shape, but how does the workout schedule change if this thing is serious and you want to get on a roster in the fall?
Well, not tip-top shape. I've been playing around. I've been playing around in the gym and doing little stuff in the past, but nothing. I haven't been doing nothing that's really needed to make this comeback.
That's not fair.
Should I say?
I started right now. You're ripped.
Yeah, but that's after some months off and hasn't really done anything. Took a few vacations and ate my fair share of chitlins and stuff like that. So I definitely have that. That's just me, man. That's just my normal look without being in shape. So now I'm getting ready to put my foot on the gas. I ran gassers last night at the park. I'm getting ready to go back out again at 10 today and do some, sled and push the sled and have some of my boys work out with me, some footwork and some gassers again, just to try to get my wind up. That's all that matters. I'm strong. I'm naturally strong enough to go out there and compete with anybody right now. Right now, I don't. So weights right now to me is not as serious as getting my wind up and being able to run a long time and being able to be quick and agile like I'm gonna need to be. So, I'm taking care of that part first. I'm probably gonna hit the weight room in probably 2 weeks. I don't have to go do a 225 reps. I don't have to go do that. I'm probably gonna have to run a 40 and do that stuff, which I don't mind doing. I think I can still go and run. I'm trying to play defensive end, not running back, so I think I can still go run and be faster than some of the top DNs out there. That's just me, more athletic than some of the top DNs out there. I think I can do that. Whether or not I get a real opportunity, I don't know. But it doesn't cost any money to bring me into anyone's training camp. It doesn't cost a dime to bring me into training camp and give me an opportunity at all.
Very true. Very true. Have you heard back from your agent? Has your agent told you, you know what? The phone's ringing, bro?
Well, he said, he reached out to a couple of teams and he was going to get back to me today to see what was up, and I'm just waiting on him because he's out in California, so I got to wait on him to open his eyes and start his day. So, on this beautiful Friday, who knows what news might come across the horn or what may happen. I'm looking forward to the opportunity, and I think it's something I can really go out there and do. Like I said, could I do more than the 22, 23, 24-year-old kid that's they owe $200,000 or $300,000 versus a 38, 39-year-old guy that they're going to have to pay $1 million to? We all know how the NFL works. Mm-hmm. So, just hope I get a chance.
You and I are right around the same age. I remember the lore of you in high school. It was almost like you were a folk hero. It was like you were a myth because of the stories that we heard of you in high school. Can you take me back to that time and just being in the state of Louisiana and LSU budding into the national power that they were from a football standpoint, and you deciding to go to Auburn when Nick Saban was knocking on your door every single day? What was that time in your life like?
It was a great time for myself. And as I sit here today, and as I'll go back to probably throughout all my career, I shouldn't say the first 3 years of me being in the NFL, I regret not going to LSU. Damn. I really did. Damn. I regret not going because I didn't go because I wanted to play running back, and I didn't think Saban was going to allow me to do that. So I didn't go. I really wanted to go to LSU, man. I was coming out of high school. I badly wanted to go to LSU, but I wouldn't have been the person that they recruited. I'd have been playing another position. Now, as after my third year in the NFL, I've been contemplating on this whole defensive end thing ever since then.
Wow.
Ever since then, and I kind of figured that I could do it. But I was my third year in the NFL. I just became a starter. Maybe if Tiki Barber would have played one more year, I would have probably made that change.
Wow.
I wouldn't have started into my third year and done all the things I've done. So, going back to being recruited in high school, a lot of teams wanted me to change my position. Auburn didn't, and Nebraska didn't, and Washington didn't. I was like the only three that didn't want me to. And Nick Saban never told me anything about changing my position. I just knew Corey Webster. Uh-huh. We played on the same AAU team, Michael Clayton and Marcus Spears. I knew all those guys. So when I went on my visit, when I was coming out of junior college, I went there, and they told me not to come there. Man, don't come here. They're gonna change your position.
Saban's gonna want you on defense,
wow,
dude.
That's great.
So now if you think about it,
it's all playing out.
Nick Saban turned Marcus Spears from a tight end to a defensive end, went first round. Nick Saban turned Michael Clayton from a quarterback to a wide receiver, went first round. Nick Saban turned Corey Webster into a
quarterback to a DB,
a triple option quarterback to a DB, and he got drafted in the second round. Hell, he could have changed me from running back to defensive end.
Might have been the first pick.
You might be a kid.
You might be the number one pick. Brandon Jacobs.
You know what I'm saying? So the guy knows what he's talking about, obviously, right?
I do, man. I do. And you were watching you play. I mean, people would say that. I don't know how you change his position, but he would be so dominant at other positions.
Anywhere.
But he's the New York Giants rushing king. I mean, he's got more rushing touchdowns than anybody in the career.
Dude, it didn't matter.
Bro, we are pulling for you. I hope this happens. I'd love to see you in the black and gold. If it worked out where you could come home and play a season or two for the Saints at a rush defensive end.
That would be great.
Woo, that would be incredible.
That would be great.
That would be incredible.
That would be great. And I was just talking to DJ. Said, man, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, dude. I know I want to do it. See, your knees gonna hold up? I said, man, my knees are gonna hold up. I had a cartilage cadaver surgery on my knee, and I never tried to play again. I never tried to do anything else again. I never tried to do it. My knees feel good right now. I feel like I can go ahead and take a shot at this thing. Like I don't have to be on the field every down.
Yeah,
I ain't got nobody hitting me in my legs. I won't have all that at that position. I think I can do it. I know I can do it.
Brandon Jacobs, South Louisiana native. One of the great guys to come out of our area and doing good things over in the Atlanta area, mentoring kids with a great football program that is the vessel for that communication and making a comeback to the NFL. Announced it yesterday and joining us here on the Jordy Culotta Show this morning. Compliments of our mutual friend, Daryl Owens. Go get him, BJ. We are pulling for you, man. Thank you for the time this morning.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yep. See you, man. That was good stuff. Brandon Jacobs. Thank you to Daryl Owens, the former Georgetown standout and a friend of mine who helped me set up that interview this morning.